If you are a creator or a coach and you're not using YouTube to attract, nurture, and convert leads, then you are leaving a shit ton of money on the table. You see, if you look at every big creator, coach, and business owners that are selling a info product, they are all implementing YouTube long form. Now, why is that? Well, it's because YouTube is printing them a shit ton of money. Now, I'm not just talking about YouTube AdSense, but a shit ton of sales for their info products or services. And all of these creators are using a secret YouTube strategy that not many creators are taking advantage of. So if you take advantage of this strategy now, then you will print a shit ton of money. You see, with this strategy, you don't need, millions of views. You don't need a big following or big subscriber account. You don't need much engagement. And even without all of these things, even without not having millions of views, without having millions of subscribers or hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and even without having such high engagement, you could still print millions of dollars and you could still make a shit ton of money just by using this strategy. So let's get straight into the presentation of why every creator and coach is implementing YouTube long form and the secret strategy that they're using to print millions of dollars. So why every mentor slash coach is implementing YouTube long form. So I've created this presentation for you guys and I'll be breaking it down into 3 parts. So first I'll show you guys some example creators and exactly how they're using YouTube to print millions of dollars in the secret strategy that I was talking about earlier, and how they're using their secret strategy to print hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month. Then I'll actually explain to you guys what exactly is this strategy and how you guys can actually use this strategy. So let's get straight into it. So right over here, I have 3 example creators. BSM Fredo, who does organic dropshipping. Iman Gaji, he's in the info slash coaching space, and he's an absolute giant and a master of YouTube. And then we got Brett Scales, who does freelance brand scaling and who also has an info product that teaches others how to do freelance brand scaling, which in just other terms is just a social media marketing agency for e-commerce brands. So let's start off with BSM Fredo and exactly how is he using this YouTube strategy and the secret strategy that I was talking about. So BSM Fredo, he does organic dropshipping and he has an info product that teaches others how to start organic dropshipping and make money through that, since that is how he got rich. So as you can see, he has around almost 40,000 subscribers on YouTube. Now, if you look at his content, he's very strategic about it, and that is a very good thing. And that's why he's able to print, hundreds of thousands of dollars every single month from his info product and his info business. So let's break down his content strategy. So if you look at his content right over here, if you look at the titles, the thumbnails, the type of content he's putting out is mainly vlogs. So vlogs about his daily life, right over here. 24-hour alone in my apartment as a 21-year-old entrepreneur. Life of a 6-figure dropshipper living in Miami. Realistic week in the life of a Latino kid trying to get rich. So if you look at his titles and basically his videos, they're vlogs. And these videos, like right over here, 6 figures. They show that he's earning 6 figures, dropshipper. And basically throughout his videos, he's showcasing his lifestyle. The lifestyle that his ICP, his ideal customer profile, that his ideal customer wants to have. His ideal customers are just him. So are just people like him who used to be broke, who used to not have money, who are teenagers, who are young, and who want to get rich. So and they want his kind of lifestyle. So that's the kind of content he's putting out. He's putting out vlogs that naturally showcase his lifestyle that he wants, that his ideal customer wants a lifestyle. So that's mainly his content strategy, and as you can see, it's working pretty well. He's getting some outlier videos that are performing extremely well. And if you look at the timeline of these videos, how long they're like 38 minutes long, 35 minutes long, 28 minutes long, 35 minutes long. So they're pretty long videos. And basically throughout these videos, he's vlogging, he's showcasing his personality, his lifestyle, and the viewer, that his ideal customer, wants that kind of lifestyle. So they end up okay, what does this guy even do? Oh, he does organic dropshipping, or he has a product. Then they get into his funnel, and then later on he converts them with his funnel. Now in order for someone to buy from you, they need to watch 7 hours of your content across 11 different touch points and 4 different formats. And what BSM Fredo is doing over here is that with YouTube, since he's putting out such long form videos, people are observing him, watching his content. And the longer you watch someone, the more you end up liking, the more trust you build with them. He's showcasing his lifestyle. That's the lifestyle his viewers want, and they look at his lifestyle through a longer period of time. So what this does, it ends up building trust, and the viewer, ends up liking, knowing, and trusting him. So what this does is that it makes it a lot easier for BSM Fado to actually nurture his leads, attract them, and actually convert them. Since in order to convert someone, if someone's going to buy a product from you, they need to trust, like, and know you. And with YouTube, it becomes so much easier since you're putting out long form videos, and these long form videos are you're being smart with it. You're showcasing a lifestyle that your ideal customer wants. And nowhere in these videos is he being too salesy or too pushy about, okay, go buy my course or anything like that. So it's a pretty smart move. So this is like his main channel. Now, he also has a business channel, which is using the secret strategy that I referred back to in the starting of this video, but I'll break this down later on. And now I want to go over to Iman Gadzhi, and I want to talk about his YouTube strategy, which is actually a pretty genius YouTube strategy. So as you can see, Iman has 5.6 million subscribers, which is a lot of subscribers. And mainly his content is helping young people get rich. So his younger self get rich. So that's what his content is about. If you look at all of his content, right over here, you're not behind. Why everyone seems to have more money than you. How to escape the rat race without quitting your 9 to 5. Unfuck your life. 7 productivity rules of the top 1%. It took me 25 years to realize what I'll tell you in 30 minutes. So if you look at his content, like right over here, laziest way to make money online in 2025, $100 plus day. If you look at his content, it's targeted towards beginners. And that makes sense because his product that he's selling using this YouTube channel is monetized in Digital Launchpad. And these products are designed for beginners, people who are just getting started with the make money online journey. So with this content, he's specifically attracting viewers that his products are designed for, and that is a very smart strategy. And as you can see, his videos are also 27 minutes long, 27 minutes long, 12 minutes long, 24 minutes long, 18 minutes long, 14 minutes long, 13 minutes long, 17 minutes long. And these are long form videos. And the longer someone watches someone, the more they like, know, and trust that guy. And with this content, you can obviously see that this guy is rich. He has made it in life, and his content is valuable also. He's basically creating content on the topics that I want to watch, that I want to know more. I want to know how to make money online. I want to know how to escape the rat race. I want to know. He basically creating content that I'm interested in. That's what his like ideal customer is thinking. His ideal viewer is thinking. They're watching this content. They're getting nurtured, and nowhere in this content is he selling. Iman actually uses a pretty great strategy for selling, which is called the revenue event funnel. And with this strategy, you don't really have to sell in any one of his videos. And what Iman does is that he uses a flywheel chain. So once someone watches one of his videos, he sends them to the next video, then to the next video. So what this does, so long as someone watches someone, the more they like, know, and trust them. And with YouTube, it becomes so much easier because on YouTube, you're there to watch long form videos. You're there to find the answer to your problems. You're there to get educated, and you're not just there to scroll. Like on Instagram, TikTok, you're there to scroll. You're there to have fun. You're on Instagram, TikTok after you had a long day at work, and now you just want to relax and wind down and enjoy some reels. You're not there to really get educated or find the solution to your problems. You're there to have fun. But on YouTube, you're here to get educated. You are prepared that you're going to watch long form of content, and you're here and you're on YouTube with a education mindset. You're not here just on a scrolling mindset, but an education mindset that you want to get educated. You want to learn something and find the answers to your problems. And that's why you watch YouTube videos most of the time. If you're watching these kind of creators that are in the business space, fitness space, and basically that's what you're on YouTube. And with this long form content, YouTube makes it really easy for someone to know, like, and trust you, because the longer they watch you, the more they like, know, and trust you. So this is actually a pretty genius strategy. Now this is what Iman is doing mainly with his YouTube, and why he's able to print millions of dollars. Obviously, there's a whole entire funnel in the back end of his business that is helping him print millions of dollars. But YouTube plays a huge role in his success, in him being able to attract, nurture, and convert leads for his business. Now he also has a business channel, which I'll break down later, which is once again using the secret strategy that I referred back into the intro of this video. So I'll break that down later. Now let's talk about Brett Scales, who does freelance brand scaling, which in other terms is just running ads for e-commerce brands. Now his main channel, he's using the same strategy as like BSM Fado is using. Now as you can see, he has 177,000 subscribers. It's probably more, but at the time of recording this video, it's 177,000 subscribers. And his content is mainly just vlogs. Now vlogs that are showcasing his lifestyle, the lifestyle that his ideal customer wants, the lifestyle that his ideal customer aspires to have. And basically, they see Brez's vlogs, they see the lifestyle he's living, and they're like wondering, how did he achieve this lifestyle? And his vlogs aren't just like, 10 minutes vlogs. They're pretty long vlogs, like 44 minutes, 24 minutes, 36 minutes, 36 minutes, 34 minutes, 23 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. You can see, if you're watching someone's vlogs for 44 minutes and you see the lifestyle they have, like I bought a Porsche GT3 RS at 20 years old, $400,000 car. If you're seeing this kind of videos, has someone who's not rich, who Brez was just 5 years ago, who's not rich, who wants to get rich, who wants to have this lifestyle, you're obviously gonna get inspired by this guy, and you're gonna, and basically Brez with this video is also showcasing his personality, so you're gonna start liking that guy even more, and you're gonna wonder why. How is this guy achieving this? And then you found out that he's achieving these results through freelance brand scaling. So you're gonna find out, you wanna find out more about his business, okay, exactly what is freelance brand scaling. Then you're gonna go into his funnel and you're gonna check out his free training, you're gonna fill out the application form, you're gonna get on a call, and they're gonna get inside his program or not, but you're still gonna be watching his content, getting more nurture, and later on down the line, you're gonna get converted. And this is what Brez is doing. With these long form videos of content, you can really show your personality, you can really show your lifestyle, you can really give a lot of education, a lot of value. And with this, it's so much easier to actually nurture leads. So this is what Brez Skills mainly doing with his main channel. So just vlogs that showcase his personality, his lifestyle that his ideal customer aspires to have. And Brez also has a business channel, which is using the secret strategy that I referred back into the intro video. And now let's actually break down this secret strategy. So let me at least first tell you what is this strategy. So this strategy is called the micro personal brand strategy. So what this strategy is basically, instead of you trying to go viral, attract everyone and basically get millions of subscribers, millions of followers, be like an influencer basically, what you're doing over here is that you're creating videos on topics that your ideal customer is looking for. The videos are very specific and only appeal to their ideal customer, and they follow a specific structure in their videos to establish authority, show their expertise, and push the viewers to take action. So what this is basically is that these channels right over here, these channels, they do not want to go viral. They do not want to, get millions of subscribers, millions of followers, like millions of people going to their funnel and checking out the product. They do not want that. Why? Because they want only their ideal customer checking out their product. Because imagine you have 1 million views on one video and you have another video which is very, very highly targeted. This video only appeals to your ideal customer and that video has 1K views. If you were to ask me which video would probably bring you more revenue, it will be the one with the 1K. You know why? Because the 1 million views is a lot of people that your product is not even designed for. A lot of people that probably don't even have the funds to invest into your program or your service. So basically this is what these guys are doing. Like for example, BSM Fredo extended channel. He's creating videos like the 3-step organic funnel, how to convert with organic dropshipping, how he quit his 9-to-5 job to go all in on organic dropshipping case study. These videos do not appeal to everyone, like especially these kind of videos. And these videos, they're not like super highly edited, super high effort. They're just videos that are just recorded like this, going over a presentation, just pretty raw, pretty authentic, and just giving a lot of value. That's what these kind of videos are. And these videos only appeal to your ideal customer. So the right people are watching your videos. That is what this strategy is about. It's not getting the whole entire world watching your video, but the right people watching your video. Now, even Iman Gaji with his channel, he is only trying to attract info business owners, and he's printing $500,000 every single month from this channel by using this strategy. His videos are not targeted for everyone. As you can see, they get like 10K views, 9.3K views, 7.5K views. They're not targeted for everyone, only info business owners, and he's making $500,000 every single month from this channel. Now, unlike his main channel, where he's trying to appeal to a way wider audience, get millions of views, tracked as many people as he can, and his videos reflect that. His videos are getting hundreds of thousands of views. But on this channel, he's not getting those views. And you might think, okay, this is a failure, his channel's not performing that good. But in actual, if you break down the funnel behind it, if you break down the strategy behind it, it's pretty successful. If you break down the science behind it, it's pretty damn successful because he's making $500,000 every single month from this channel. Even Brez Skills using this strategy. His videos right over here, just value packed, nothing highly edited, nothing like those, nothing vlogs, just pure value, and he's printing a shit ton of money with this channel as well. So the strategy is the same. It's just create videos on topics that your ideal customer is looking for. The videos are very specific and only appeal to your ideal customer. They follow a specific structure, and you have to establish authority, you have to show your expertise and push the viewer to take action. And this is what this secret strategy is. So with this strategy, you don't really need millions of views, millions of followers, high production, just a channel that only creates videos that appeal to your ideal customer, and you provide them a lot of value. Now, in order for this strategy to actually work, there's some pillars that need to be actually established, and there's a specific strategy you have to follow in order for this strategy to actually work. So see, basically they're content pillars, and these content pillars, what they do is that they take from a viewer, and basically they take the viewer, someone who doesn't know you, who doesn't like you, who doesn't trust you, someone who knows, likes and trusts you. And these content pillars are these three content pillars. So top of the funnel, which is basically attract attention, middle of the funnel, which is basically build trust, and bottom of the funnel, which is basically drive action. Now you have to have these three types of content, these three content pillars in your channel for actually the viewer, your ideal customer, to know, like and trust you. Because if they're going to buy from you, if you want them to buy from you, they need to know, like and trust you. And again, once again, they have to go through the 7-11-4 rule that Google studies found out, that in order for someone to buy from you, they need to watch 7 hours of your content across 11 different touch points and 4 different formats. And YouTube really helps with this. So let's break this down. So top of the funnel content, this is where you reach new people who have never heard of you. The goal is to entertain, educate or hook viewers with broad, high interest topics that get clicks and build awareness. So for the micro personal brand strategy, the secret YouTube strategy, what this kind of content will look like is more broad content, not like super funnel down content, not very super specific content, but broad content to actually make your ideal customer find you. So this is what this kind of content mainly does. And I'll show you examples of these kind of contents as well. So don't worry if you cannot picture an idea what top of the funnel content will look like. Now the middle of funnel content is mainly there to build trust. At this stage, your content helps nurture interest by showcasing your expertise, sharing insights, or solving specific problems. You're warming up viewers, positioning yourself as a credible authority, And now bottom of the funnel content is basically the one that drives action. Now this content is very specific and it won't get many views, but it will get high quality views and higher conversions. Now this is where you convert your warmest viewers into clients or customers. Content here directly addresses objections, highlight results, and invite people to take the next step with your offer. So you got to have these content pillars in your basically your YouTube channel. You got to have these if you actually want the viewer to actually buy from you. So now let's break these down even more. So top of the funnel content, middle of the funnel content, and bottom of the funnel content. So top of the funnel content is basically attract strangers. The goal is get attention, build awareness, and reach new audiences. Now the content type is like viral or trendy topics, reaction videos, broad educational content, entertaining or curiosity driven content, how-to videos that solve common problems, comparison videos like SMMA versus dropshipping. The target audience is cold leads, people who don't know you yet. And some examples of these are, like right over here. How to start a personal brand in 2025 is like a broad how-to style of content. Flashy day in the life, the freedom of being a 20-year-old millionaire. And then right over here, I'm making $1,000 a day and traveling in the world. POV with proof. So these are just some examples of content that reflect the top of the funnel content style. Now let's talk about the middle funnel content. Main objective, build trust. The goal is to nurture and trust, show authority, and deepen connection. Now the content types are case studies, funnel breakdowns, behind the scene videos, specific tutorials, opinion or belief-based content, polarizing good, addressing objections or common misconceptions. Now the target audience is warm leads, people who have seen one or two of your videos and are curious. Now some examples of these kind of contents are right over here. Framework breakdown, personal case study, and then opinion on grind, like right over here. How I scaled digital launchpad to $474,000 in MRR in 50 days. How I made this clothing brand $217,000, $719 in 1 month. And then change your mindset, change your life. So this kind of content will get less views than the broad kind of content, top of the funnel kind of content, but it will basically nurture the lead who has been checking out your account, who saw your videos even more. Now let's talk about bottom of the funnel content, and the main objective is to actually convert. Now the goal is to turn viewers into leads or customers. Now the goal is to turn warm leads into customers or clients. And the content type is testimonials and client wins, deep dives into your offer, VSL content style, and transformation stories, objection handling content like Q&A or ask me anything about your product. So the target audience is hot leads, people who know, like you and are on the fence. And some examples of these kind of content right over here, like deep dives, copy my 5 info product scaling systems that generated me $100 million on autopilot, the exact funnel I used to sign $1 million in freelance brand scaling clients, and like right over here, testimonials, how you make $50,000 per month with organic dropshipping / case study. So this is basically why every mentor / coach is implementing YouTube long form and the secret strategy you're using to print millions of dollars. See, with YouTube, it's so much easier to actually nurture, attract, and even convert leads since they're watching you across a very long period of time and they're getting to know more about you, your personality. And with this secret strategy, you don't even have to go viral. You don't even have to get millions of views. You just have to create content for your ideal customer. You have to provide a lot of value, establish your expertise, and you can do this with basically these content pillars: top of the funnel, middle of the funnel, bottom of the funnel, these content types. And there's a lot of other things that go into creating good content, but that's a topic for another day. But with this strategy, you can just simply, like Iman is making, like $500,000 per month. This guy, $100,000 per month, and Brett Skill's doing like $300,000 to $400,000 per month by simply using YouTube. And basically, YouTube, if you're not implementing it, then I think it's highly time you start implementing YouTube, because it will totally change the trajectory of your business. Now, if you need help implementing this strategy for your specific situation, then feel free to book a call with us at Six Figure Operator, where basically me and my co-owner Dalen help existing creators who already have a large audience that they want to monetize, and individuals earning over $10,000 per month who have a good idea for an info business but no idea how to execute it. We will basically help you build the whole backend and manage the whole backend infrastructure of your info business, like the sales process, the sales team, your offer, etc. So if you're either one of these two people and you need help implementing this YouTube long form strategy, then click the first link in the description and book a call with us at Six Figure Operator. On that call, we will basically help you implement this strategy and give you guidance for your current situation, your info business, and see if there's a potential partnership opportunity between us to not only help you implement this YouTube strategy, but also help you implement the whole backend and manage the whole backend infrastructure of your info business, so you can actually scale it and make a shit ton of money with your info business, while we take care of all the backend infrastructure. So basically, if you need help, consider booking a call. And with that being said, I hope you found value in this video, and I'll see you in the next one.